Hey, how's it going everyone? This is Yasser, and today we're going to be talking about part-time jobs and whether you can balance them with your studies. This is a very common question. It's something I thought about quite a bit. When I came for my master's degree, I was thinking, okay, if I'm spending 15 to 20 hours a week working somewhere, am I taking time away from my studies? Will my grades reduce because of that? And I think this is a very common concern for a lot of students watching this video as well. So I want to bring this to your perspective. If you are considering working part-time, first you got to know why, right? So if you're someone who's coming from a financially stable place or a financially stable family, you don't really need the money, you don't have to go out and get a part-time job unless you really want the experience or unless you want even more extra income on the side. Then yeah, sure, why not? But you don't have to do it. It's also going to depend on what course you have, how much homework you get, how many assignments, how many exams you have, depending on the time of the semester as well. During exam time, you'll want to decrease your hours, or maybe you find you're really good at your studies, you don't really need to study as much as everyone else, so you can afford to go and get a job. That all depends on you. It can't give you a generalized answer. I know a lot of people who come to Canada, the first thing they do is they buy a Mercedes, and that's fine. If they can afford it, go ahead. If you can't do that, if you need money, then maybe, yeah, get a part-time job. As for balancing, it all depends on how many hours a week you're working. Some places will want you to work at least certain hours, for example, 10 or 15 hours minimum. So when you get to an exam schedule, it might be a little hard to offload on that work and get back to studies. And something else you might want to consider is just not getting burnt out, because when I was doing my master's degree, I was doing my thesis, I was doing my course assignments, I was working 20 hours a week, and I was making YouTube and Instagram videos on the side as well, and I was just completely taxed out. You don't want to damage yourself like that over a large course of time, so make sure to give yourself ample breaks while you are working. You'll also be doing a lot of stuff on campus. Hopefully you are. Hopefully you joined some clubs and you're doing things on campus. That's going to take a lot of your time. Your leisure activities, that's going to take a lot of your time. So there's a lot of things you have to juggle, and you have to prioritize which ones are more important. Remember, you don't have to land in the country and look for a job immediately. Yes, if you're trying to be competitive, it's great, get ahead of the curve, but you don't have to find a job then and there. You can take one semester to see how much work you have on average, and then in the next semester you can gauge better, and then you can look for a job. That's completely up to you. I hope you found this video very useful, and if you did, check out some of these other videos around here as well. Make sure to subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.